Siddhanta Saraswati Goswami Maharaj Prabhupada ki Ananta Koti Vaishnava Veda ki Hare Krišna Haridas Thakur ki Prem se kaho Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Shri Basari Varabhakta Vrinda ki Shri Radha Krishna Koko Gopinath Shama Kund Radha Kund Giri Govardhan ki Vrindavana Dham ki jai Radham ki jai Radhamai ki jai Ramai ki jai Rasi Devi ki jai Bhakti Devi ki jai Harinam Sankirtanya ki jai Production and distribution ki jai Prasadam distribution ki jai All glories to the Savior devotees, all glories to the Savior devotees, all glories to the Savior devotees, all glories to Shri Guru and Shri Gauranga, all glories to Krishna Prabhupada.
This verse is so nice. So much to prepare on this verse. Hare Krishna. Jaya Radha Madhava Kunja Bihari Jaya Radha Madhava Gopi Jana Vallabha Girivaradhari Yashodanandana Brajajana Ranjana Yashodanandana Brajajana Ranjana Yamuna Tira Vanachari Jaya Radha Madhava Kunja Bihari Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna. Jaya Panchatattva, 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 Jaya Panchatattva. Jaya Jaya Prabhupada, 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 Jaya Prabhupada. Jai Om Vishnupada Paramahansa Parivrajakaacharya Stotra Shata Shri Srimad His Divine Grace Abhay Charanarvinda Bhakti Vedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada Ki Jai. ISKCON VPD Founder Acharya Srila Prabhupada Ki Jai. Jai Om Vishnupada Paramahansa Parivrajakaacharya Stotra Shata Shri Srimad Srila Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Goswami Thakur Prabhupada Ki Jai. अनंत कोटि वैष्णव वृंद की जय. ग्रंथराज श्रीमद् भागवतम की जय. जय निताय गौर प्रेमानंदी. ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय. ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय. ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय. Continuing our reading from Srimad Bhagavatam, Canto 1, Chapter 8, Prayers by Queen Kunti, text number 25. It's a very, very important verse. Srila Prabhupada often quoted this verse. Nice purport also. Vipada Santu Ta Shashvat Tatra Tatra Jagadguru Bhavato Darshanam Yad Syad Apunar Bhavadarshanam. Vipada Santuta Shashvat Tatra Tatra Jagadguru Bhavato Darshanam Yat Syad Apunar Bhavadarshanam. Vipada Santuta Shashvat Tatra Tatra Jagadguru Bhavato Darshanam Yat Syad Apunar Bhavadarshanam. Vipada Santuta Shashvat Tatra Tatra Jagadguru Bhavato Darshanam Yat Syad Apunar Bhavadarshanam. vipada santu tashashvat.
Tatra tatra jagat guru. Bhagavato darshanam yatsya. Apunar bhava darshanam. Vipada santu tashashvat. Vipada santu tashashvat. Tatra tatra jagat guru. Tatra tatra jagat guru. Bhagavato darshanam yatsya. Bhagavato darshanam yatsya. Apunar bhava darshanam.
Apunar bhava darshanam. Vipada santu tashashvat. Tatra tatra jagat guru. Bhavato darshanam yatsya. Apunar bhava darshanam. Vipada santu tashashvat. Tatra tatra jagat guru. Darshanam yatsyat. Apunar bhava darshanam. Word to word meaning vipada, calamities. Santu, let there be. Tam, all. Shashvat, again and again. Tatra, there. Tatra, and there. Jagat Guru, O Lord of the universe. Bhavata, your. Darshanam, meeting. Yat, that which. Syat, is. Apunaha, not again. Bhavadarshanam, seeing repetition of birth and death. Translation purport by His Divine Grace A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada Ki Jai. Translation. I wish that all those calamities would happen again and again, so that we could see you again and again. For seeing you means that we will no longer see repeated births and deaths. Purport. Generally, the distressed, the needy, the intelligent and the inquisitive, who have performed some pious activities, worship or begin to worship the Lord. Others who are thriving on misdeeds only, regardless of status, cannot approach the Supreme due to being misled by the illusory energy. Therefore, for a pious person, if there is some calamity, there is no other alternative than to take shelter of the lotus feet of the Lord. Constantly remembering the lotus feet of the Lord means preparing for liberation from birth and death. Therefore, even though there are so-called calamities, they are welcome because they give us an opportunity to remember the Lord, which means liberation. One who has taken shelter of the lotus feet of the Lord, which are accepted as the most suitable boat for crossing the ocean of nations, can achieve liberation as easily as one leaps over the holes made by the hoofs of a calf. Such persons are meant to reside in the abode of the Lord, and they have nothing to do with a place where is danger in every step. This material world is certified by the Lord in the Bhagavad Gita as a dangerous place full of calamities. Less intelligent persons prepare plans to adjust to those calamities without knowing that the nature of this place is itself full of calamities. They have no information about the abode of the Lord, which is full of bliss and without trace of calamity. The duty of sane person, therefore, is to be undisturbed by worldly calamities which are sure to happen in all circumstances. Suffering all sorts of unavoidable misfortunes. One should make progress in spiritual realization because that is the mission of human life. The spirit soul is transcendental to all material calamities. Therefore, the so-called calamities are called false. A man may see a tiger swallowing him in a dream and he may cry for this calamity. Actually, there is no tiger and there is no suffering. It is simply a case of dreams. In the same way, all calamities of life are said to be dreams. If someone is lucky enough to get in contact with the Lord by devotional service, it is all gain. Contact with the Lord by any one of the 9 devotional services is always a forward step on the path going back to Godhead. Om Jnanatimirandhasya Jnananjana Shalakaya Chakshur Unmilitam Yena Tasmai Shri Guruve Namaha Shri Chaitanya Manobhishtam Stapitam Yena Bhutale Swayam Rupa Kadamayam Dadati Swapadantikam Vandeham Shri Guru Shri Utapadakamalam Shri Gurun Vaishnavamsha Shri Rupam Sagrajatam Sahagana Raghunathanvitam Tam Sajivam Sadvaitam Savadhutam Parijana Sahitam Krishna Chaitanya Devam Shri Radha Krishna Padan Sahagana Lalita Shri Vishankhanvitamsha Nama Om Vishnu Padaya Krishna Presthaya Bhutale Shri Mate Bhakti Vedanta Swami Niti Namini Namaste Saraswati Deve Gauravani Pracharini Nirvishesha Shunyavadi Paschatya Deshtarini Vancha Kalpatarubhyasya Kripa Sindhubhya Evacha Patitanam Pavanebhyo Vaishnavebhyo Namo Namaha Jaya Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhar Shivasadi Gaur Bhakta Vrinda Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare. Hare Krishna. Such a beautiful purport Srila Prabhupada has written to this beautiful verse. We were mentioning about this verse in the last 2 Bhagavatam classes, about how Kunti Maharani, she could dare even pray for this. She is praying today. What she is praying? Let calamity come again and again. I have a good friend of mine in Mumbai. So he once revealed to me, Prabhu, when I read Bhagavatam, I like these prayers by Queen Kunti. I recite them regularly. But I don't recite this verse. Because if Krishna takes me seriously and sends me calamity, I will be in deep trouble. So, who likes calamity? No one likes calamity. Is anyone praying for calamity? No one prays. No one prays for problem. Problems come uninvited, right? We always pray that problems don't come. So today we will see from life of all our great devotees. What was their understanding about this verse? Calamity. In calamity they remembered Almighty. So how do you understand calamities? How do you understand? Because when we become devotees, we think now we are devotees, everything will be all right, right? Everything will be all right. Krishna will take care of me. And then we see, oh, Krishna is taking care of me, but why this problem is coming? Why my health is not good? Why my finance is not good? Why my family is not good? Why this devotee, I am in temple, why this devotee is troubling me so much? So all these problems go and start thinking. I always thought Krishna consciousness is solution to all the problems. I am in Krishna consciousness, then why problems are coming? So let us somehow there by Krishna's arrangement. I was just trying to prepare for the class. I can just tell you that I did not get enough time to prepare because In my notes, there are so many wonderful stories about all this. I'll try my best to present something. One of my very good friends, who is now a sannyasi, he just took sannyas recently, Bhakti Padma Saurabh Maharaj, Kamal Lochan Prabhu initially. He is a very dear disciple of Gopal Krishna Goswami Maharaj. So recently when we lost Gopal Krishna Goswami Maharaj, so he was giving an offering. What a wonderful offering he gave. He was mentioning about his interaction with his spiritual master. So he said one day he approached his spiritual master Gopal Krishna Maharaj and asked him, Maharaj, so many problems. Because he is president of temple. So many problems, Maharaj. How to solve them? So Maharaj told, tolerate problem. Maharaj, what tolerate? We are supposed to be solving the problem. I am the president of the temple. I should solve this problem. He said, try to solve. Can't solve, tolerate. So he said, what is his philosophical answer? I want practical answer. Maharaj, how long should I tolerate? Gopal Krishna Maharaj said, I have been tolerating for 50 years. I have been tolerating for 50 years. But Maharaj, give some practical solution. This is a practical solution. You try to solve, can't solve, tolerate. I am tolerating, Prabhupada tolerated, our acharyas tolerated. Whatever cannot be solved, just tolerate. But Maharaj, please help. So Maharaj took him with his hand to the altar where Maharaj had deities. So whenever problems overwhelm me and I can't solve them and I have to tolerate, I need strength, I just go to my deities and touch their lotus feet. Krishna, give me strength to tolerate. This is practical solution of tolerating problems. There is no other solution. We cannot think, oh, something will happen, miracle will happen, the problem will go away. Our acharyas always told us we should try our best to solve the problem. But if we can't, then we need to tolerate. Bhagavatam mentions tattenu kampam sushumikshamano bhunjana evatma kritam vipakam yadva vipurvir vidhan namaste jivetayo mukti pade sadhaya bhag. Parikshit Maharaj, he tolerated. A big emperor, ruler of the whole world, he was cursed by a 16-year-old boy. What an insult, right? If a boy comes to you, a small child comes to you and insults you, feel, what is this? Who is he? And here he has not insulted, he has cursed him to die in 7 days. What a calamity. Everything is going good. The whole world is watching. Parikshit Maharaj, as long as you are there, Kali Yuga will not come. Kali Yuga was shaking in his pants, saying Parikshit Maharaj. We are shaking in our pants because of Kali Yuga. Right? Kali Yuga is influenced so much. We are always praying, Krishna, protect me from Kali Yuga. Parikshit Maharaj, when he stood with a sword in the hand, Kali Yuga was shaking. This is Parikshit. And he was cursed to die in 7 days. By whom? Not Durvasa Muni, not Vishwamitra Muni. A 16-year inexperienced boy who had got some power. And Parikshit Maharaj thought, this is Krishna's plan. He could see that. Because he knew as long as he is there, Kali Yuga can't come. And Kali Yuga has to come. The time has come. And he saw, this is a brilliant one, devotee is analyzing. Parikshit saw, generally people are cursed. They are cursed immediately. Become an elephant. Become a tiger, right? Immediately they become a tiger. Indradumna Swami Maharaj, who is great king, Bhagavatam mentions, he left everything doing tapasya. Agastya Rishi comes to his ashram. And he is so absorbed, he cannot see who has come. Agastya Rishi becomes offended. I have come, you are not welcoming. Your brain is like an elephant, dull, become an elephant. One moment, he becomes an elephant. This is called curse. We have so many examples in 10th canto of Srimad Bhagavatam. So many asuras. How they became asuras? Donkey asura and Dhenuka asura, Vritta asura, all those suras. Instant curse. Right? Parvati Devi was unhappy with Chitrakuti Maharaj laughing. Curse. Become a demon. Vritrasur. Parikshit Maharaj saw unique curse. 7 days waiting period. Right? 7 days waiting period. He understood this is Krishna's plan. 7 days. He left everything. Already a Krishna conscious devotee like Parikshit Maharaj. He thought, let me become more perfect as a devotee. This is devotional service. In devotional service there is no satisfaction. Every devotee feels, I want to do more, I want to do more. So Krishna brings greediness, laulyam in devotee's life to do more. Parikshit Maharaj was already into Krishna consciousness, Mahabhagavat. But he left everything. Oh, I have not enough heard Bhagavat. So he sat down for 7 days, 7 nights and heard. This is example of Parikshit Maharaj, right? So anyways, coming to the point of how understand this problem, this calamity. When we see problems, we need to know problems are more or less seen through the mind, right? Seen through the mind. Let's take one example, one problem. We have a problem. That problem is a problem on some days, and that problem is not a problem on some days. For example, sometimes there is a lot of heat, intense heat. So why there is so much of heat? Problem. But that problem is not always a problem. In the winter, if there is heat, that problems become welcome. Heat is necessary. So heat was a problem in one particular time of the month, or time of the year, but heat is not problem other time of the year. Another problem. So many problems we have which are of perception. I'll give an example. Radhanath Maharaj told this example to us. So we have a temple, like yesterday this temple was full packed, right? There is no place to sit and stand. So ISKCON Chopati, we have a very small temple. So always packed. So then we were discussing, Maharaj, there is so much, no room, devotees have to like pack fully, so much of heat, perspiration while doing kirtan. So we decided to buy some extra rooms. So neighboring room of a temple was taken by some other people. They were running some shops. So we bought them and we renovated that whole thing. And on Sunday we just open the doors, the hall becomes bigger. So this is like many years back. So while we were renovating, Radhanath Maharaj, he went from India back to USA. So the first day we inaugurated the whole new temple hall with extended halls. That day, again it was full packed. Thinking, hey, we opened new halls, now devotees should sit nicely. But that also got packed. So what is this problem? The problem is increasing. So one devotee, those times were not WhatsApp calls and all, so he just called on international call. So Radhanath Maharaj was in New Vrindavan. So Maharaj, we have a problem. What is the problem? First, small temple hall, full packed. Now we have 2 extended halls. Maharaj again packed. Such a big problem, Maharaj. No place to sit, stand, so many devotees. So Maharaj started laughing. I am in New Vrindavan. There is a big temple hall. On Sunday when I give class, one devotee sits on one corner, other devotee sits on one corner, 2 would sit in front of me. There is also a problem in New Vrindavan. The problem is big temple hall, no devotee. And your problem is big temple hall, so many devotees. So he asked us, which problem is good? Which problem is good? What do you say? No devotees? Many devotees is a good problem. So he told us, problem will always be there, look for a good problem. So you see, it's always like that. Problem will always there. Prabhupada says this material world is a place of problems. Those who are not devotees, they are trying to adjust, squeeze some enjoyment from that problem. But a devotee knows, problem comes, padam padam yad vipadam natesha, Krishna says, every step there is a danger, calamity. So a devotee knows the art of seeing problems and facing problems. Srila Prabhupada, One time in the opening of Krishna Balaram temple, ISKCON Vrindavan, one devotee asked Srila Prabhupada, Prabhupada, why you kept Krishna Balaram on the middle altar? Why not Radha Shyam Sundar? Right? Radha Shyam Sundar is there, Gaurnita is there, Krishna Balaram is there. Prabhupada smiled, because I want all of you to come here. Why, Prabhupada? Devotees all over the ISKCON world, they are practicing Krishna consciousness, difficult situations, difficulty so much. So when they sometimes feel tired, they feel very weak in their Krishna consciousness. Let them come to Vrindavan and stand in front of Balramji and pray, Balramji, I don't have strength to practice Krishna consciousness. I'm feeling a lot of anxiety in my life. And Balramji will solve your problem. So Prabhupada said, I put Krishna Balaram on the front, in the main altar, because everyone can come and take shelter of Balaramji. It's Prabhupada. Another time, one sannyasi approached Srila Prabhupada. Prabhupada, so many problems, preaching, book distribution, what to do? So Prabhupada said, tolerate. He said, no, Prabhupada, I want a solution. He was like, too much. Prabhupada said, he was in Vrindavan. Prabhupada said, go to Govardhan. Why, Prabhupada? Go to Govardhan hill and pray that you have problems. Prabhupada, what will that hill do to me? Going to a hill and praying for problem. Prabhupada said, what? Hill do to you? That hill solved the problem of Vrajvasis. Vrajvasis were supposed to be massacred by Indra, and Giriraj saved them. Do you think your problem is bigger than that problem? Go and ask. Govardhan has mantra. Namaste Girirajaya Govardhan iti namine. Ashesha klesha nashaya Paramananda daini. Ashesha klesha nashaya. Any problem, klesha, nashaya, and Paramananda daini. He will relieve all the problems and give us happiness, Paramananda. So we see here our acharyas are telling us, tolerate the problem. If you can't tolerate the problem, take strength from Krishna. Now I will give an example of Srila Prabhupada. How Srila Prabhupada dealt with a problem. This is ISKCON Kolkata. Many years back, Srila Prabhupada, initial days of ISKCON Kolkata. So then there were few devotees who were trying to preach. Mayapur had not yet come. Tamal Krishna Maharaj was president. Jayapataka Maharaj was there. And Giriraj Maharaj mentions about this story in his... Giriraj Maharaj is an amazing Vaishnava. He can remember stories in detail from 50 years back. So here he speaks about the story of how Srila Prabhupada came to Calcutta, and devotees were in anxiety because there are so many problems. Problem of space, can't sleep properly because there is no place to sleep. Problem of money, so many problems. Devotees are not able to get along with each other. Prasadam is issue. So many problems. So all the devotees said, what to do? They are complaining, senior devotees. Senior devotees said, we are waiting for Prabhupada to come. And Prabhupada arrives in Calcutta. All the devotees go and complain, Prabhupada, this is a problem, that is a problem. Prabhupada said, what is the problem? Prabhupada, so many problems. So many problems, what are you doing? Simple. Just come together on a Ishta Goshti, discuss the problem, discuss what program we should have, and finish it. Done. Any problem? Wow, Prabhupada, such an exam, nice, wonderful solution. So the devotees came together, they discuss, try to solve the problems. And Prabhupada also don't just discuss a problem only, but discuss also about positive, what programs you can do. So they were discussing problems and programs. So Giriraj Maharaj mentioned, one devotee approached Prabhupada. Prabhupada, you said material world is full of problems, and now you are saying discuss and solve the problems. Prabhupada said, actually, we should show Krishna that we are trying our best to solve the problem. At the same time, we should know, if the problem continues, we need to tolerate the problem. Right? Prabhupada said, this material world is always a place of problem. If you focus too much on a problem, then you forget our real business. What is our real business? Krishna consciousness. Therefore, do not think of problem and do not talk of problem. Instead, talk about Krishna and think about Krishna. So Giriraj Maharaj mentions Prabhupada was a balanced acharya. He told us to practical, discuss, but he also told that we need to also keep on our mind. If not depend too much on discussion, that after a discussion this material world will change, things will fully improve. No. We try our best, but at the same time, we also know that this material world, one problem will go away, another problem will come. So we should not think about problem and talk about problem so much. Instead, think about Krishna and talk about Krishna. Then Prabhupada told, see my personal example, Prabhupada told. I had so many problems. When I came to America on the ship, 2 heart attacks, Prabhupada said. And then I came to America, there was a constant buzzing of sound in my ear. Grrr. I tolerated. Prabhupada said there was constant headaches I was having in America. But I never complained. I never told anyone. I just tolerated. Because I knew that everything is temporary. This is all based on bodily conception of life. Then Prabhupada was asked by a devotee, Prabhupada, how did you tolerate all that? Prabhupada said, because I never complained. I always thought, nothing for me, everything for Krishna. And that was my only thing in the mind. And therefore I could go through all the problems in my life. So Giriraj Maharaj mentions in this beautiful thing that Srila Prabhupada was a very balanced person. He tried his best to, like Giriraj Maharaj gives another example. Srila Prabhupada was fighting the case of this Juhu land. You know, Bombay Juhu temple. It's a very tough time. That person, Mr. N, he was trying to cheat devotees and he took the land again back from Prabhupada. Prabhupada fought till the end. Prabhupada did not think, problem, Krishna, what to do, leave it. No, Prabhupada fought till the end. So, Giriraj Maharaj mentioned we need to balance like Prabhupada. Prabhupada was very strong, but Prabhupada also knew that it is temporary. Srila Prabhupada was in India before he came to America, and there was so much struggle. His family was not supporting him. Then he was, a bull came and charged on Prabhupada. Prabhupada fell down. Prabhupada had, heat stroke while distributing his own books. All these problems. And Prabhupada writes in one place, in one diary, which is also mentioned in Lilamrit, there was one time when Prabhupada did not have even one extra set of clothes. He did not know when his next prasadam will come from. So much problems. In Delhi, he was staying on Gaudiya Math, his godbrother's Gaudiya Math. And he wanted to take sannyas. And his godbrother was saying, no, not required. You just serve. Surrender to me and serve. And he was thinking that godbrother, the Gaudiya Math, not giving prasadam also. Prabhupada wanted some cloth. He was going to meet so many people. He didn't have any cloth. 2 cloth he had all torn with stitches. Jai Shri Pancharatu Bhagwan ki Jai. So Prabhupada asked the Gaudiya Math in charge, can I get one new cloth, dhoti and kurta? He said, not required. You are doing good. Continue serving. So Prabhupada was remembering, I was born in a very good family. Whatever I wanted, my father provided me immediately. And here I was, complete pauper, dependent on others. And I was feeling very dejected. Srila Prabhupada was trying to get ticket for going on Jaladuta. Very difficult. The lady was not getting convinced. So Prabhupada mentions to the assistant of Sumati Murarji, that lady, I felt very discouraged. I felt discouraged and depressed, Prabhupada says. But I was discouraged and depressed, but after some time I got up. No, I will fight. My Guru Maharaj told me to preach, so I will fight. So Prabhupada sprang up and again tried to convince her, and finally she gave a ticket. So Prabhupada, for his own thing, he tolerated, but for Krishna, he didn't tolerate. What we do, for our own thing, we don't tolerate. But for others, we tolerate, right? If someone asks, Prabhuji, this is a problem, what to do? Please tolerate. Next day the same problem comes to us, we are, why this happened to me? Huh? Why this is not there? So Prabhupada was opposite. Prabhupada would tolerate his personal thing, but came to mission of Guru, Prabhupada never tolerated. So this is what we hear. Srila Prabhupada even went to his senior god brothers. Please help me, I need some encouragement. I want to preach Guru Maharaj message. But everything is going so haywire. So when a problem came to Prabhupada, he asked us to tolerate. He asked us to solve the problem. But then he also gave the other mood. Problems come, can't solve, tolerate the problems. And comes to mission, and comes to the idea of spreading Krishna consciousness or helping devotees, then we should not tolerate that problem. We should help, do our best. And after doing all the best, still it remains, then it is Krishna's mercy. So Kunti Maharani's example is given here. Where Kunti Maharani, she is praying. What she is praying? I wish that all those calamities would happen again and again. Why? Because by calamities coming again and again, we could see you again and again. And when Krishna, we see you again and again, then again and again there is no birth and death. Apunar bhava darshanam. By Krishna being with us, then there is no problem. Because Krishna is with us. Krishna is the reservoir of all pleasure. Krishna is Supreme Personality of Godhead. All contradictions, all problems get resolved when Krishna is with us. The problem comes when there is no Krishna consciousness. So herein, Srimati Kunti Maharani, she is showing an example of how exalted devotee she is. Srila Prabhupada was in New York City. There was no money, initial days of ISKCON. One devotee told Prabhupada, Prabhupada, you had told us that we should have a world Sankirtan bus with us. Prabhupada said, yes, I dream to have a bus like that. So one devotee said, Prabhupada, we got a donation. Wow! Someone gave a run-down bus, which was like an old bus. That bus was given free. So Prabhupada said, let's go and drive. So Prabhupada saw the bus was a run-down bus, very old bus. Prabhupada entered the bus. There were no seats, only one seat, driver seat. Rest of the bus had no seat. Prabhupada said, what kind of bus is this? We're going to preach world Sankirtan tour. Prabhupada, this is the only thing we got. Prabhupada said, very nice, let's go on and drive. So there was no place to sit. So one devotee got a chair and kept it. But you keep a chair and the bus starts, the chair will fall. So Prabhupada sat on a chair, 4 devotees hold the chair. And finally the bus was lot of bus began. And Prabhupada went around New York City and Prabhupada stopped here. And that was the place where this harbor was, the port. Prabhupada said, this is a place where I got down from. Prabhupada said, I would often come here because this is a place where the Jaladuta ship, they have office here. And many times I would get dejected, depressed. And I would think, no one is there to help me. So I'd come to this place and ask to the office, when is the next Jaladuta ship going back to India? And they would say, Swamiji, next month it is happening. Oh, very nice. And Prabhupada would go away. Again after 20 days Prabhupada would come. When is Jaladuta going back? In 5 days it is going. Very nice. It would go away. And then he would not come. When Jaladuta would leave for India, then he would come in 5 days. When Jaladuta is leaving, oh, he just left. Oh, it left, no problem. When, Swamiji, you keep asking where it is going, but you're not going. No, when I get depressed, I ask, but I don't have so much of guts to go because I want, even if I die, I'll die here. So we say Prabhupada is so practical. Prabhupada was affected by problems, But Prabhupada was affected by problem, but Prabhupada's service didn't get affected by problems. So Prabhupada did not show us that he is a superman, that no problem happened to him. Prabhupada was a realistic person. He had problems. He faced those problems. But in spite of those challenges, Prabhupada continued serving. Prabhupada was in the last day of his life. He was completely bedridden. He couldn't do anything, hardly eating anything. So, he called once Tamal Krishna Goswami Maharaj. This is in the book. What is the book? That book is The Final Days, something that Tamal Krishna Maharaj wrote. Right? Yeah, so Tamal Krishna Maharaj writes, one day Prabhupada was completely very sick and hardly moving. He said, Tamal, come here. Please glorify me. Please glorify me. I am feeling very, very lonely, depressed. I am not able to do anything for Guru Maharaj. Please glorify me. So Tamal Krishna, Prabhupada, you have done so much. Last 12 years you preach all over the world. 40 times you travelled. So you want, please encourage me, Prabhupada is saying. Prabhupada is such a big acharya. He is asking, please encourage me. Why? Because Prabhupada wanted to show all of us that he is a realistic person, a devotee, and everyone can follow in his footsteps. So one Prabhupada disciple told us that Prabhupada Lilamrit you can see from two angles. One angle is a pure Mahabhagavad Srila Prabhupada. He just came to America, everything happened to him in 12 years. Krishna arranged. Or you could see Srila Prabhupada as an acharya teaching all of us. He went through so many problems. 40 years he preached, no result in India. Everywhere only setbacks. He opened a Jhansi center, setback. Some ladies came and took over it. He came to Mumbai, something, his business all got ruined. His wife not cooperating with him. His one son became mad. The other sons were into their own business. He was in so much of anxiety and problem. Prabhupada disciple was telling us that we should see Prabhupada from the angle of how Acharya also struggled and then became successful. So with that angle, when we see that he went through a calamity and through calamity he sailed through, he tolerated, then we also get inspiration in our life. That in our life also we get so many problems. What we should do? We should try our best to adjust, solve the problem. But at the same time we should know, even if we solve the problem, problems will not end. Some other problems will come. The main thing is not the problem. The main thing is Krishna consciousness. So focus more on Krishna consciousness and adjust and tolerate and keep on going in Krishna consciousness, because ultimately all the problems will end when we will overcome the bodily consciousness. There is only one place where there is no problem. Which is that place? Ljubljana. Which place? Goloka Vrindavan. Until we reach Goloka Vrindavan, so many problems. Adhyatmik, Adi Bhautik, Adi Daivik, body, mind, and natural calamities will come. So end here. Thank you so much for patient hearing. Any comments? It's a very powerful verse. I don't have any realization. I just spoke something from what Prabhupada says. I don't claim that I even follow 1% of that, but I am trying my best. By all of your mercy, I can also follow something. So any comments, corrections are welcome, or questions.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
Thank you very much for this elaborate presentation on problems. Very relevant. You mentioned that that we have to be Krishna conscious and tolerate, and maybe even if we are successful in that attempt, but maybe devotees around you, they cannot follow these guidelines which you mentioned. They keep negativity, or how to deal in that environment, how to influence others too, or what to do in that situation.
Therefore, we should hear such purports regularly. The problem is that we are always in this material world. Everyone is trying to improve. There is so much motivational talk in the outside world, right? Motivational speakers, motivational talks, and everyone is trying to encourage. Let's do sense gratification. You can do it. There's Nike, just do it. Right? Nike has a symbol, just do it. Proper, the beg, borrow or steal, eat ghee. The whole world is propagating what? You can do it. You can do it. There are seminars, people pay money to be encouraged to do sense gratification. So we are in this world where everyone is trying their best to enjoy in spite of all the problems. We have come from this world, right? When we come from material world, we carry those conditionings with us. So when we come to Krishna consciousness, we think, yes, Krishna consciousness means everything will go right. Everything will be okay. Some devotees get frustrated. I thought if I come to bhakti, Krishna consciousness, everything will be okay. But after coming to Krishna consciousness, my problem has increased. What is this? Right? So when we are staying in a community, we stay in a community of Kanishta, Madhyama, Uttama. We are not all one. So Madhyama, they understand something. The Madhyama, they understand, difficult to implement in life, but they understand. Uttama, understand and implement also. Kanishta, not understand, not implement. So when you are in a community with all such devotees, it's hard to have a common platform. There will always people who would be negative. And there will always people who will never understand. You may give hundreds of lectures to them. They will accept it and next day forget the whole thing. Because they don't have that capacity to understand because of the Kanishta mentality. So what to do? Can we start complaining? These are Kanishta. In our temple community, 500 are Kanishta, 200 are Madhyama, only 50 Uttama. Can we complain? What we can do? No complaint. So what to do? Arrange programs in temple by which Kanishta will become Madhyama. Because you can't tell Kanishta, don't cry. He will keep crying only because that's Kanishta. Kanishta is what? Keep crying. For anything, keep crying. You give them, they will cry. Not give them, they will cry. So what? Then you also cry. So better is have a program to push. Not every Kanishta will become Madhyam very fast, but have a program by which at least majority of Kanishta will go to Madhyama level. And therefore, these different programs which we have in Krishna consciousness, where we sit down and discuss how we can get our Kanishtas to move to Madhyama. Because every temple, every community has a different background. So the leaders should tax their brain, Prabhupada said, tax your brains to expand Krishna consciousness. To expand Krishna consciousness, we have to upgrade our devotees from Kanishta to Madhyama. If you don't upgrade, then they will downgrade you by their crying. So the most important thing is discuss with the leaders, discuss with authorities, have a program by which our devotees who are constantly cribbing and crying, they will move on from their immaturity to a mature level. It's possible. We all were crying. No one is born, no one has come to temple born Uttama or born Madhyama. We all are Kanishta. But because we aligned ourselves to Prabhupada's teachings, we heard our acharyas, we saw example of our spiritual masters, and then we got trained, and we are now in a not a crying zone, we are more into a tolerate zone. But someone is constantly crying, cribbing, negative, then he needs to be upgraded. So instead of talking too much about and getting too much bogged down by those negativities, think positively how we can improve things by which our people who are constantly crying, cribbing, they can move on to higher levels and become sensible and sensitive people and understand the philosophy of Krishna consciousness practically in their life. This is generic understanding. Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna. Everyone is tired after yesterday's festival, right? And Prasad is also waiting. Yesterday we took Prasad only once. Night time also devotees take less Prasadam. Thank you so much. I am very much grateful to all the devotees for their wonderful hospitality to me. I will be leaving tomorrow early morning. Today I am the last day of my trip here, Slovenia, Ljubljana. But when I came last year, many years back, and I see now, a lot of improvement is there, Prabhu. So many nice devotees. Last time also nice devotees, but now more responsible devotees are. Yesterday's festival was so nice. Everything was going so smooth. Everyone knew their work. So I am a manager of ISKCON for last 30 years. So I am giving you a credit that yesterday's festival was very smooth, very nice. Everything was good. Of course, things can improve more, but it is nice. So you are not that bad. You are good. So thank you for tolerating me for last so many days. Every day I have to give Bhagavatam class. I am just speaking, not doing any service. And hopefully, if Pancharattva allows, will come again next year. Hare Krishna. Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Granthra Srimad Bhagavatam ki jai. Any inconvenience, please forgive me for my offenses. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. His raised Baladeva Prabhu ki jai.
Sharinamita.